Good morning, guys. It is Thursday morning. My doctor's appointment was pushed into tomorrow, so that is okay. I just got up. I hardly can speak because I have all of the strange symptoms, and it's because I had so much fun yesterday and I pushed myself a little too hard. But yeah, that's how it is. It is the 1st of December today, which means it is the first calendar box to open. Sadly, the whole plastic holes seems to have been moved in the packaging, so I had to bend a little bit and rip a little bit to be able to get into it. But today, the 1st of December, I have a red polish for you. This is one of the small bottles they had, and this is called Party on a Platform. So it's a red, which is very similar to On the Rooftop, or I think it called On the Rooftop. So yeah, I got another red polish, and it was actually pretty beautiful. So yes, it's an Easy Essie Mini Single. And it's called Party on a Platform. It's number 443. Yay! So that's my first Essie thing. I am going to see if I can wake up and gonna contact my job, because for the first couple of hours at least, I won't really be working that much. I can hardly speak. So yeah. But good morning, guys. I hope you have an awesome day. So I've been up for about an hour or something like that. I'm starting to be able to speak a little bit better, but not much. I'm really, really tired. I don't know if I told you that. I actually couldn't really sleep due to the pain, which was enhanced by me having a lot of fun yesterday. I think around 3:30 I went up and took my second bout of painkillers. We took a bout of painkillers because then I was lied to. And I actually fell asleep and slept like a rock until Christopher's mobile rang. And then I put mine in alarm and I slept to about 9. Didn't fall asleep as a rock because one of the reasons why I don't take painkillers at night or at night time is because I get really bad nightmares. Also, I wasn't allowed to take more painkillers until like 2 o'clock in the morning anyhow, so that's how it is. I'm very strict in going after how I'm allowed to take painkillers. Basically, I'm allowed to take 1 to 2 tablets every 6 hours. So I always have that 6-hour line. Also, I'm at a half a dose because basically you can take up to 8 tablets a day. And I have kind of a limit in that I take at most 4 tablets a day. I'm gonna, it was a pencil, but I'm gonna save my measuring tape from Gizmo. It's one of those that you just click on and you get in. It's from the Cross-Stitcher magazine ones. Really like this one though. I have a couple more of these kinds, and I'm thinking about actually buying a whole bunch of them and do quilted casings for them, because I have all the ideas. Here's the thing, I have all the ideas. I want to get back into sewing, and I have like thousands of ideas of things that I can play with and I can create and I can sell on Etsy or whatever. But I really don't have the energy at all to do it. So instead, I made, let's see, is it in here? No? Yes? Trying to figure out which, no, here it is. Sorry. I have a couple of these bags. I'm so longing. I ordered some zippers like, I think 1.5 months ago, and they still haven't arrived. The seller asked me, please, can you wait a couple more days and see if they arrive, because it can take so long. It's annoying. I think it is a Chinese, that they are delivered from China, so they do take a long time, but I was hoping to get my zippers in before Christmas so that I could kind of sell these kind of yarn bags. But yeah. Here is my wine cozy. Should we check how it looks? I put it in a better light also, but this is the wine cozy that I created. There's kitty hair on it, but that's how it is. So this is the wine cozy. You can either have the collar up like this, or you can kind of fold it down like a sweater. And then it has this braided technique all around. So this is basically how it turned out. I actually kind of like it. So yeah, I'm gonna put the wine back into the refrigerator just in a minute. That is a organic wine. I think it's from South America. Apparently it's a really, really good white wine, and we actually cook with it. It's one of the reasons. Christopher's very happy because he likes the wine, but because I don't drink wine, and he doesn't drink more than a glass or so. So usually we don't have wine at home because he doesn't drink it. It feels like a waste to open a bottle to have a glass of wine, and then you might not get another glass of wine until a week later, and a week later you never know. Some wines doesn't wear well by standing open. So we usually use it when we cook, and we cook it's lamb. When we do our lamb ribs, we use a couple of deciliter, a couple of cups of wine. Actually, it's an American recipe, so it's like cups and ounces and stuff, and I have to recalculate everything. I actually do have a couple of cup measurements, but I usually forget to use them. Instead, I have this little calculations on the side of the recipe that tells you about how much you should use and stuff. But it's a good recipe. It's a really good, really, really good lamb chops. Not chops, lamb ribs. Lamb chops are a whole other thing, but lamb ribs. So then we use that wine. So we have a bottle of it at home in case we decide to go and buy lamb ribs, because in Sweden the liquor store closes pretty early. I think they closes at 6. I think there's a couple of them that actually closes at 8, but most of them closes at 6. On Saturdays they closes at like 2, and on Sundays they're not open, so you can't get alcohol those days. But yeah. By the way, the nail polish, the red one that I got, the only red one I had before was called a list. So that's the red color, a list. Not on the rooftop. I don't remember. I do think I have a one of the I don't know if it's Essays or the OPI that actually is called that, but I couldn't find it in my little box of polishes. But yeah, I just put in my first for the day. If you don't count midnight snacking or painkillers, I took my first painkiller, so hopefully I will feel a little bit better in a while. I do have a slight fever, which is nothing strange. Either I actually have CFS, chronic fatigue syndrome, or I have adrenal fatigue. Either one of those two is happening. And having adrenal fatigue is a bigger chance because of the cortisone. I discussed this the last couple of days. But as I do have gone off the cortisone, and it hasn't gone a month since I did it, there is a big chance that I actually do have a cortisol deficiency right now, which means whenever I exert myself, We had round ping pong on the table yesterday, so I was running around, which was really, really fun. I had a lot of fun, but I had issues breathing, and I was in a lot of pain towards the end of the evening. But I had a lot of fun. And for me, it's very, very important to be a part of the team now, being that I will work from home a little bit, and I really like the team, and I hope they like me too. I always worry about that, and yesterday when I got home I had so much anxiety about it. It's like, oh, I did say that, and think, what if they didn't like me saying that, and I did this and I did that, and oh, I shouldn't have done that. It's all about being an introvert and having social anxieties, so it's nothing strange, but it's rough to deal with anytime you go out with new people. It's hard, always second guessing yourself. I want to learn not to, but I know if I get to the point, when I'm getting to the point that I don't care anymore, I do really bad things. I say things that is not proper, and I do hurt people. It has happened before, and I rather have the anxiety than hurting people. So that's how things is. But I'm gonna go and get things done. So I did a teeny tiny little bit of coloring, and I fixed myself some breakfast. So I made a smoothie. Again, I used orange juice. I juiced the Tropicana one because it's not from concentrate. And it doesn't have a lot of chemicals in them or anything, because then they had to write that on the package. It's just pure pressed orange juice, which is awesome. And then I mixed in strawberries and raspberries and mango. And by using mango, I think it is the mango specifically, you don't need any sugar or anything, because the mango has a lot of rich sweetness in it. And I topped it off with some chia seeds. Chia seeds is great. You're not supposed to have more than a couple of teaspoons, I think. Might be up to 2 tablespoons, but you have to kind of look at that, because it has minerals and you can get too much mineral in your body. So they recommend you just eat a couple of teaspoons. I have 3 teaspoons in my, and I only have that. If you don't like chia seeds, because chia seeds, when they come in contact with water, they kind of go gooey, which can make really cool puddings. But anyhow, if you don't like chia seeds because of that, you can just as well use crushed flax seeds. But you have flax seeds, and you have to use crushed flax seeds, because non-crushed flax seeds will just go through your tummy. So you can't break them down, so you have to crush them to get to the oils, which are the nutrients in it, and it does give you a lot of minerals and vitamins and stuff. It's really good for you. So that is what I'm gonna eat. And also there's more proteins. There are proteins in the chia seeds and in the flax seeds. So if you, like me, don't eat like meat and stuff for lunch, it's good to have some kind of vegetable protein. Yeah. Now I'm gonna have my breakfast lunch. I just got some Happy Mail. Or more, I got my card kit order from Simon Says Stamp. I've had this on subscription for over 3 years, and this is actually the last box I will be getting. There's so many reasons. I like the Simon Says Stamp card kit. They're awesome, but I feel that I could use those money buying other things. I am trying to figure out what to do with my channel, with my craft channel. I felt that for the past 6 months maybe, or almost a year, I've been in this rut where I just produce things to produce things. And this month without doing that has been awesome in a way. And I want to make cards, and I want to make card tutorials, absolutely. But my videos are centered around coloring, and I want it to stay centered around coloring. And the Simon Says Stamp card kit has more and more got into, or I think they've always been somehow, but they are very much about the clean and simple cards. And the sentiments has gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. And for me, a big sentiment, which is a bold statement, works awesome on a clean and simple card. But when you want your coloring to get in there, you want the smaller sentiments. You want sentiments that will kind of fit in the corner, still say something about your card, but your image being the focal thing. So I've been feeling lately that maybe these cards aren't really these card kits are my thing anymore. Also, they are like, with the postage going here to Sweden, I pay like $40 for them. And $40 is a lot of money. I could buy other things with those $40. And I maybe could try more things that is a little bit outside of that. Also, I really want to be able to spend my money on more refills for my Copics, maybe some other kind of coloring mediums. I don't know. I still have to figure it out. But I decided that it's time for me to step back from those card kits. So this is the last card kits I got. And it was kind of going out on a bang, sort of, but still a little bit oops. The pattern paper that is in the kit, I actually bought a couple of months ago, so I have it here already. So that means I have a lot of it. It's the Chibitronics, like the light up kits for the cards. I also got these. It's great though, because I get more of it, but still, I already got it. There is a whole bunch of dual bug like stickers and stuff, which I also have bought. And then you have the stamp set. But nowadays, those stamp sets are more available. So if I actually feel that I really want that stamp set in the future, I can actually just buy that one from the store. Feels a little bit more the right way, I think. I don't know. I think that you have to grow as a card designer or colorist or anything. You have to grow, and sometimes that means walking away from something that has been very comfortable. I did that in 2012. I had since when I started card making in 2009, I was all about Crafters Companion. It was a UK-based company, so I didn't have to pay taxes and anything. I really loved the style they had then, because they did have a lot of rubber stamps that were cute and cuddly. They had the Spectrum Noir pens, which were the first pens I bought to do alcohol markers. I think I started out with like a pack of 40s of Copics. Chose totally the wrong colors and ended up actually not using them as much. And then I bought the Spectrum Noirs, the whole set, which basically it was much cheaper, but they only were like 149 pence, so I could get the whole set immediately. And I started playing around with those and had a lot of fun, but came to a place where I wanted more colors and Spectrum Noir didn't have any. Copic did. And then I started playing around with my Copics again and just fell in love with the brush nibs and ended up buying the whole set of Copics gradually over a few years. But somewhere around 2012, I kind of figured that the products that Crafter Companion was given me didn't fit in with where I was going as a card maker. And it was around 2012 when I found YouTube and craft YouTube and everything. So I found Simon Says Stamp, and I think it was through Christina Werner and Jennifer McGuire. And there I started with the card kits. And then I had the card kits for 3 years and been getting new products every month for those 3 years. And I really loved it. But I think it's time for me to kind of step away from that, because I want the full pack of pattern paper, and I probably will be buying the same pattern papers, the cute and cuddly ones. I also kind of trying to figure out which kind of cardstock I want to work with. I work a lot with Nina as my white card basis, but when it comes to colored cardstock, there's so much more to get out there now. And then I found my favorite things, which I also love a lot. So I don't know. I think it's time to learn, to step away a little bit from those card kits. I still will buy things from Simon Says Stamp for many reasons. One of them being that their electronics actually do come in European versions, so I can actually get my electronics there, usually much cheaper than in Sweden. However, right now the dollar is very high towards the Swedish crown, so there's a lot. It's pretty expensive to buy stuff from the States, but at the same time I love American products. They have more variations, and I kind of like the American style of crafting, so that's why I buy a lot of things from there. But yeah, that's a little bit about kind of what I'm thinking, planning craft wise. I don't want to end my YouTubing, because YouTubing brings me such much joy, but I think I needed this month away from it, away from editing videos, away from everything, to figure out that these are things I want to make room in my life. And also finding out that one of the reasons why my eyes get so tired is because I have the wrong glasses was a big thing, because I actually thought it was my disease that made everything, all of this being such a pain. But a lot of my eye issues is actually just having too strong glasses. So I have 2 pair comes in, one on Friday and one later next week. So we'll see which of them comes in, but I might be having a pair of nice new glasses tomorrow on my nose. But I'm really looking forward to that, and having the new glasses so I can go back into crafting and using my computer more and stuff like that. I have to do it in bits and pieces though, but we'll probably work out.